And now we move on to the quote-unquote featured bout. I like to call it the main event of the card. Thomas Paull taking on Esteban Ribovics. And I really don't believe this fight's going to go the distance. You've got Thomas Paull, he's 11-3 with all 11 wins by knockout. He's also never been the distance. All 3 of his losses are by finish as well. Esteban Ribovics is 10-0, he's never lost, and all 10 of his wins are by finish. 5 wins by KO, 5 wins by submission. This is like a fight where, like, Gianni the Greek, that guy on Dana White's Contender Series, who always puts up losing bets, I feel like he must be working for the bookies, is what Johnny K Picks told me. But yeah, Gianni the Greek, guarantee you this guy is betting the fight goes the distance. Guarantee you. But I would be surprised if it does. What's also so interesting about this fight is it's both guys are pretty similar fighters. Both guys are power punchers on the feet. Both guys also do have somewhat of a ground game, but I do think that Ribovics is a much better grappler than Paull, in my opinion. What I think that is going to happen, though, is these guys are going to stand, they're going to swang and bang, and someone's going to get knocked out or even finish. I think Ribovics is more likely to finish on the mat. He's got 5 wins by submission. Thomas Paull has none. But what's going to happen is these guys are going to start out fiery. You know, Thomas Paull, he's got a lot of wins by KO in the first round, a lot of wins by KO or later on in the fight as well. But his last win only took him 1 minute to get a guy out of there. Prior to that, he got a win in the first round in 2020. Esteban Ribovics is on a mad streak right now. It's actually kind of crazy. He won by KO 27 seconds into the first round. Knocked out a guy that was 17-6, 7 seconds into the first round. I mean, these guys are power in their hands. Paull 11 wins by KO, Esteban Ribovics 5 wins by KO, 5 wins by submissions. But what I think is going to happen here is if Paull doesn't get a knockout early, I think Ribovics is going to end up taking over the fight. I think he's got somewhat good grappling. I mean, he's got 5 wins by submission, but a lot of the time the KO does come from hurting him on the feet and then working for a takedown. But what I think is going to happen here is if Ribovics even gets hurt, he's going to shoot for a takedown and get a submission. You know, Thomas Paull's grappling just hasn't really impressed me. You know, once he gets taken down, he doesn't really seem to know what he's doing. And Esteban Ribovics, he does have very good grappling. He's got oh man, my brain just isn't working, guys. I'm sorry, I had a bad day at work. He's got good submissions when he's on top. He's got good grappling. Thomas Paull doesn't really seem to have really any grappling, but on the feet, both guys are primarily knockout artists. They want to get a knockout. But Esteban Ribovics just has way more options to win the fight. He can grapple if he wants to. I think he probably will. I think both guys are going to crack. But if Paull ends up hurting Ribovics, he's going to shoot for a takedown and get a submission. I think if Paull doesn't end up hurting Ribovics, Ribovics is probably going to knock him out on the feet. I think both guys are just similar fighters, but Esteban Ribovics is just like a little bit better on the feet, and he's also a little bit better on the ground as well. Ribovics is a guy that's ready for the UFC now, in my opinion, so I think a win over Paull is going to put him at 11-0. Like, that's a very good record and super hyped as a prospect. I'm really sorry that this prediction video... the prediction video as a whole might have sucked, but this one in general definitely does. This fight, I'm just really tired, guys. I did have a pretty bad day at work. Just got a lot going on in the workplace, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. I start a new job next month, and I'm really looking forward to that. But let's kind of just look at my notes and see if I missed anything. I didn't miss anything. It's literally all of my notes. These guys are somewhat similar fighters. They both start very fast. They both got very heavy hands. But Esteban Ribovics is more well-rounded, and he's got good grappling. And Thomas Paull, for the most part, when he's on his back, when he's taken down, doesn't really seem to know what he's doing so much. I mean, obviously he does know what he's doing, but he just kind of seems a little bit lost. Like, it's definitely not where he wants to be. And that's kind of it. Yeah, I'm going to be picking Ribovics to win by KO or submission. Everyone is 84% on Ribovics, mostly on KO. I think these guys are going to stand. They're going to bang. Ribovics by KO is the pick. There's a good chance he gets a submission, but this fight really shouldn't go the distance. I'm not going to say it's guaranteed to not go the distance, but it really should not go the distance. There's no reason why this fight shouldn't go 3 rounds. Shouldn't finish inside the distance. So I'm speaking nonsense. Let's move on. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching the video. Really appreciate it.